Hello everyone. Welcome to the Metal Galaxy YouTube channel, where we are sitting here with Matt, the founder of Desertfest Berlin. Welcome, Matt. And let's introduce yourself. And if I'm correct, Desertfest Berlin followed up after London. Is that correct?
Not exactly correct. We started the same year. My friend and promoter from London, Reese, reached out to me back around 11. Together, like an indoor festival based on the stoner rock music. We were also capitals in Europe, London and Berlin.
And it's in the of the Roadrunner Tilburg. Nice. And what do you yourself find attractive in this scene?
Well, that's a difficult, easy and difficult question. I mean, I pretty much 30 years being involved in the scene, like playing in bands myself, and started with first promoting first shows and first heavy rock, stoner rock concerts. And what I like with it is, first of all, the sound, of course, and the coolest people around, like super easy vibe in that scene. And
yeah, it's super easy. Everyone is relaxed here, and I think it's a great music as well. Like we saw, there is some magic pills we can get and drift away with all the psychedelic music. Thank you so much for highlighting this. So your role is to organize this festival, correct?
Yes, I have partners in Berlin who are helping with the infrastructure and are the co-promoters of the festival in Berlin. The guys from Grey Zone Concerts, a great bunch of people, and who are dedicated to underground live music as well. And so we teamed up, and I mostly take care of the artist booking and let's say the more musical part of the festival, and the guys helping out, of course, with their knowledge in operating in a couple of million people city like Berlin. It's not so easy to get everything straight and in order if you want to run a festival, even if it's indoor. But you have seen we have a parking lot in between. There's a lot of things you need to have when it comes to organizing.
Yeah, and which are the partners that are so helpful?
The partners are Grey Zone Concerts, our partners from Berlin. They take care of talking to the venues, all the infrastructures which are needed, from let's say organizing, blocking the road to have parking, safe parking for the artists, until to the very last details in artists.
Super cool. So let's thank them.
Thank you very much, guys in Grey Zone. Love you big time.
And then Berlin is one of the few locations we have now. Antwerp, London, New York. So what makes Berlin so much to stand out?
Berlin. I would say it's the answer's in the question. I mean, Berlin is such a, I would say, a pulsing cultural city, and people from all over Europe or all over the world love to come to Berlin for its culture life, for its underground scenes, not only in rock music, also like techno and all this was big and is still big. So Berlin itself has a lot to offer, and a very special vibe.
And there's so many as well Berlin bands here, like Aptera, Neander. So I'm wondering, what's the perfect mix between German and abroad bands, and bringing the right amount of acclaimed bands, but well, giving smaller bands a chance? How do you make this kind of ratio?
It's super difficult, and also not an internal fight, but we are discussing a lot which band we would like to book for Desertfest Berlin, which band deserves it, which older bands we still wanted to kind of slot, which are the new talents, which are the uprising bands. We only have the 2 stages in Berlin. We don't or our crowd doesn't like too much overlappings. Like in London, they have way more bands, 5 venues where bands are playing. So that gives the chance to bring more bands and more diversity in the lineup. And we are trying with 2 stages.
And that's why you went back from 3 stages to 2 stages, correct?
We have the 2 stages, trying not to overlap too much, plus the pop-up stage outdoor, which depends a little bit if the government of Berlin decides with the, the noise restrictions, because we are in the middle of a city. So,
and also terrain, like yesterday everyone was flooding there, so
exactly.
now everyone was hiding and running away.
Yeah, exactly.
Something very random. What period of time would you love to travel if you would have the choice?
That's difficult.
We like as difficult questions heavy metal.
I mean, every different epoch of time has its own quality, so to say. So it could be fun to spend a day, like in the future, see what the future brings. But also, it's nice to go back.
And maybe to see what Desertfest grown into actually without you when you died. Like
it would be. What to say? It would be a nice thinking of the future if the Desertfest continues for many years.
Yeah,
so hopefully
rock and roll will still stand.
Hopefully in the years to come.
And maybe someone will, see this interview 100 years later. So we submit it in the time comes. So nice. Let's go back to Berlin.
Yeah.
So we are here at Columbiahalle.
Yeah.
But it hasn't been before. Before it was Astra House.
Yeah.
So, why did you make the switch in venue, and how do you feel Columbiahalle is the best for the coming years for the festival?
We started back in this area with all the cool clubs in Friedrichshain, known as the Araway Center or Cultural Club Center, and we operated in the Astra Kulturhaus, but it became too small. Also, logistical wise, the bands got bigger; they have more demands on on a needed infrastructure to run a proper show. And when it comes to a festival, you even need more backline infrastructure, parkings, and operating space. So a few years we went then to the arena, which was a nice huge 7,000 hall next to the river here in Berlin. We had a nice outside area, but we needed to bring in a proper working sound system. So always needed to put up a venue in the venue.
Yeah, so, arenas are not the best.
So also our production costs exploded, and it was like really difficult to handle. We needed one day to set up, one day in everything was in time pressure. While on the other side, the Columbia venues giving as a proper concept venues the possibility to really operate with a good sound system, good quality in all kinds of needs when it comes to live production. So I think we found a good home in here, and
definitely I really like the Columbia. Nice sound, nice effects, and it's great. I think backstage area as well for everyone. We are coming to an end. Let's talk about the strengths of your festival, Desert Festival. So a lot of bands, a lot of tour promoters were hit by the pandemic, but you survived after 2 years, and you brought Emera back this year.
Yeah.
And last year there were 4 days of Desertfest. So how come that Desertfest very strongly came out of the pandemic?
I don't have the overall answer on this, but I think our crowd, the underground crowd who loves this kind of music, they are very following, and they're very in love with the sound and seeing their favorite bands, and they are very loyal. And I think without this loyal community and almost family, so to say, it would not be possible. Like the people understood, or they have the fine feeling, or fingertip sensor, or whatever
yeah.
you want to call it, for their thing, or at least to say like, hey, this is our event. We want to go there. We want to support. Where this is the place where the friends from Italy meet their friends from Norway one time in a year in Berlin and hang out and enjoying the Desertfest plus the Berlin nightlife afterwards. So I think all
for
this.
Me,
yeah.
And for me, as press, it's a very nice community where you meet with the other press. I met today a label manager, so it's a very easy, chill atmosphere, I think, to make a connection as well for the band.
And we still want to keep it with that underground vibe. It should not be a music fair just like for business, and like this is needs to have this special vibe, and I think Berlin is the right place for this.
Definitely in the center. And with this, we are going to end the interview. Thank you so much for the interview.
Thank you very much,
Matt. And for the viewers, grab your ticket for Desertfest, as it will be back next year. As well, subscribe and like, as more content is going to be placed. And I'm giving the last word to Matt.
Thank you very much, everybody who attended Desertfest Berlin this year, who helped us supporting the underground heavy rock scene over many, many years. Please come back if you have the chance next year. If you never have been to Berlin, this is the right address to have great 3-4 days of fun with your most favorite music. Love you all. Thank you for your support.